Hey journeymen, journeywomen, this is the Hero's Journey with Dr. D. Today we're going to talk about the 6 ways you can prevent the hijacking of the amygdala. Enjoy the video. Hi, for those who are clicking in on the first time, this is the Hero's Journey with Dr. D, here to encourage, to inspire, to motivate, and educate, helping you get beyond your first move and creating a better mindset today. If you find any value in this content, go ahead. Help me help you so we can help others by liking, by clicking the thumbs up and sharing. What you do is you join with me and climb with me as we try to make a better tomorrow today. And currently what we do, we upload a fresh video every week, once a week, and we do a live stream on Wednesdays and a replay with a live chat on Thursday. And also you can click down below and we cover all the major podcasts, and click the link and find your podcast so you can listen while you drive to and from work. Now enjoy the video. The first way that you can prevent the hijacking of the amygdala is stop and breathe. We talked about this on the previous video, but we didn't go in depth. What I mean by stop, I really mean stop and breathe. The Navy SEALs has a practice that they use 4-7-8 rule, meaning that you inhale for 4 seconds, you hold it for 7 seconds, and you exhale for 8 seconds. Not only does it help prevent the hijacking of the amygdala, it actually lowers the blood pressure as well. So when you are getting frustrated or about to hit the roof, try to stop it. The second way to stop or prevent an amygdala hijack is by being aware of what's going on in your mind and your body. What I mean is that sometimes we just let the thoughts just flow in and flow out and do not ever take inventory about what's going on. First of all, the first rule of emotional intelligence is being self-aware. Every rule builds on another. So if you're not aware of what's going on, it's kind of difficult to be in control of it. So therefore you need to be aware of what's going through your mind. Take inventory, take a pause. That's what the breathing does. Helps you take a pause, pull back from the situation. Sometimes you need to walk away. If you're heightened to that extent, you need to walk away. Collect yourself, because what the breathing does, it resets your brain. It boosts oxygen within your prefrontal cortex, because what has happened before, as I spoke in a previous video, is that the blood has been pulled from that area. So you need to take a deep breath so you can boost some air into your brain. Then you can actually think about what's going on here. What's the thoughts that's flowing through your mind? And not only do you think about what's the thoughts that's flowing through your mind, but is my chest getting tightened? Is my hands sweating, or what's happening physically with me? Being aware, not just your environment, but your internal environment. You have to be aware of yourself. So first, you have to be aware. You stop and breathe. Then you be aware of what's going through your mind and how your body's reacting to the stimuli that's coming through your 5 senses. Thirdly, accept it and acknowledge it. That's right, name it. It's been said, there's a term that's been stated previously: if you can name it, you can tame it. A lot of people are going through certain things in their mind within their relationships, and they can't name it at all. So you have to name it, acknowledge it, accept it. It can be frustration. You can be sad. You can just be fear. You can be afraid of something. But sometimes we are in the midst of an emotional crisis, and we don't take time to reflect or to stop and breathe and to focus on what's coming through our mind or what are we feeling physically. And if we're not taking these steps, then we can't name it because we're hijacked. And the goal is not to be hijacked. So accept it. Own it. If you're frustrated, something triggers you, and you need to walk away, walk away. Collect yourself. Come back to it. But accept it and acknowledge that at this time, for whatever reason, you have been triggered. Anger. Somebody said something, it made you think about your grandmother that died and that you're really close to. So maybe you have to remove yourself from the situation. Somebody says a coined phrase reminds you of your late uncle. Somebody may do something to remind you of the bully that tormented you all through middle school, and you've been wanting to get them back. So they triggered you, and you're projecting your energies to that person instead of to the bully back in the day. But you have to accept it. First, you have to accept it and acknowledge what the emotion is. Sadness, fear, rage. What is it? Acknowledge it. Name it so you can tame it. Fourthly, realize that it's just temporary, y'all. It's just temporary. Don't fly off the hinges. Don't lose the barn or the house. Don't trash the car because it's just temporary. This too shall pass. It'll just be a messed up thing if you lose your cool in the midst of a business meeting that you totally depend on to secure your employment, which pays your bills and feeds your kids. But you just lost it because you didn't know how to be aware of the triggers that cause you to lose it and have bad reflections on what happened and why it shouldn't have. So just realize that it's just temporary. The fifth way you can prevent the hijacking of the amygdala is investigate the source. If you know going down 2nd Street every day at 3 o'clock is going to trigger something, but you just don't know why, if you investigate the source, you realize, until you investigate the source, don't go down 2nd Street because it's going to trigger something, because that's part of the first 2 phases. You're being aware what's happening to you physically and what's going through your mind mentally when you cross that street. Because the first step, you stopped and breathed. The second step, you're more aware of what's coming through your head. You may see something, it may trigger something, and it may trigger something in your mind, and you may feel a certain way. So you're okay, I'm gonna hold off on that. And thirdly, then you accept it. I feel fear. And fourthly, you realize it's only temporary, because about 2 minutes I'll be past the street. But fifthly, investigate. You can investigate online. You don't have to go down that street to cause yourself to have an anxiety attack. That's just not wisdom. But investigate the source, what's triggering your emotions to go haywire. And 6th and finally, decide on what you're going to do about it. Decide on your response. 99% of what happens to us in this life is not based on what people do to us, what environment we was raised up in, or even our genetic predisposition. It's based on how you respond to any given situation, any given day. That's on you. It's on you to control. You can't control your external, but you control your internal and how you respond to the things that are coming to you. So that is the 6th way that you could immediately prevent the hijacking of your amygdala and setting you off. Journeymen, journeywomen, that's the end of this video. Hope you received something from this content that I put out. And also, if you'd like to get a little bit more, look up above and click the Purpose Driven series and my Emotion series. I promise you there's something in there for you. And if you need a little bit more one-on-one time for me to help you get beyond your first move, click down below and hit my website, and we can talk further about how I can assist you. And also, If you don't remember anything else, remember this. Every day you get up vertical, make it your goal to life to move forward and not backwards, because you are important. And this is a hero's journey with Dr. D. Out.